Okay, let's now talk about tracking and measuring performance. I want to start by bringing particular emphasis to monitoring link status for a number of reasons. Firstly, be sure to monitor link status because occasionally sites either remove links, they change the anchors, or they point them to different websites. This does happen occasionally. It happens rarely, but it does happen, and it can be really annoying to find that you've submitted a piece of content, it's been accepted for publication, they've published it, they've included the link, it points to the desired page, and then 3 or 6 months later, suddenly the link is removed. Or they're pointing the link to a different page, or the content has been removed completely. This is tremendously annoying, and it's only going to send us backwards and make all of the work and effort and time and money and everything else that we've invested a complete waste of time. So if this ever happens, always take action immediately. Most times it's accidental, but you have to monitor and take appropriate action. Now, I will say that we have dealt with, unfortunately, repeat offenders will say, sorry, that was an accident, but then it's gone on to happen several times over. Sites where links have been repeatedly removed or changed, I would remove those sites from the database immediately. Okay, now within the off-page planner, and I'll make sure to demonstrate how this works, you can actually monitor the link status without within the actual Google Sheet itself without having to use tools like SEMrush or Ahrefs. But guys, I can't stress the importance of this enough. Like I said, it can be tremendously annoying when you go through the entire process, especially when you're paying for links and those links get removed. Now, next point here is monitor target page positioning for obvious reasons. We want to monitor page performance. For this, I would recommend using a tool called keyword.com, which I'll demonstrate in just a moment. But more importantly, I want to touch on something that I refer to as overscheduling. It's tremendously important that you don't overschedule, and I'll provide an example in just a moment. But impact from off-page takes time. We all know this, right? So it may take 2 to 3 weeks before you see any impact or noticeable shifts from the content that we've just submitted. So it's important not to over-create content or over-schedule. In other words, know when to be patient or pump the brakes. This is really about finding a happy medium. It's really, in some cases, it's like throttling, because what you don't want to do is find that, okay, we've scheduled out another 10 pieces of content for the following month, but during this month, in the last 3 weeks, that page has actually moved up into position 2, let's say, on first page. Then you'll be in a position of thinking, well, hang on a minute, we've got 10 pieces of content here. What do we do with that? We don't need that now. So you need to apply a little bit of common sense here, guys, and think about, okay, we've just submitted 10 guest posts, and we're at the bottom of, maybe we're at the top of page 2, let's say, right? There's a good chance that maybe once those links, for the previous billing cycle, once those links take effect, there's a good chance it might roll over to page 1. This means then that maybe we don't need to go about creating content for the following month. Maybe we need to pump the brakes and just wait and see. So there's definitely something to be mindful of. Like I said, there's no exact science to it. It's really about throttling and applying a little bit of common sense. All right, so just a quick look at keyword.com. This is a tool that I've favored over the years, not for any other reason aside from the fact that it's simple, it's easy to use, it does what it says on the tin, and more importantly, it's accurate. A lot of keyword trackers I've found can often be miles out in terms of ranking reports, and like I said, this is one that I found to be the most accurate in terms of accurate reporting. The other thing that I like about this is it just does keyword ranking reports, or performance reports if you like. So as you can see, I've added a number of different terms here, and this is something, guys, that you should probably all do. I'm not just targeting the main keyword, which is traffic control course. I've also thrown a few others in here: traffic controller course, certification and training. And of course, I could add a whole bunch more. But the whole purpose of doing this, of course, is to monitor the performance of where this page is currently positioned as I move my way through the guest posting process.